Hello. In this episode of Pilot Savvy Tech Tuesday, we're going to discuss a 14-day recommendation for maintaining your flight simulator. It builds on the pre-existing daily and 7-day inspection. It's one of several series that's going to be included in future videos. My name is Chris. Let's get started. Like in previous Tech Tuesday videos, we're going to follow along on the MediaWiki video, MediaWiki document that supports this video. So go ahead and open up your favorite browser. I'm opening up Chrome, and I'm going to go to Pilot Savvy. This time I'm going to go right to it, but you can also go into pilotsavvy.com. pilotsavvy.com. Now there's if you want to go straight to it, you can go to pilotsavvy.com/KB. But let me go ahead and show you this way, because the KB is capital letters, and I've actually missed that point and struggle to get to it. So I'm going to take you right to where it's at. So we click on the KB button in Pilot Savvy, and we're going to the Flight Sim Inspections. And in the Flight Sim Inspections, scroll down and look for 14-day Flight Sim Inspections checklist. And you'll find this checklist that I created. So, a little bit about this checklist. I mentioned earlier, it's a 14-day inspection that's designed to perform tasks. It walks you through a task of for every 14 days on what to do to keep your flight sim up and going in an efficient manner. And this you put a lot of money and time into your flight simulator, so why not take care of it? So what I start out with here on the checklist is it's an abbreviated checklist on what we're going to do. And if you're familiar with doing these tasks, you don't have to go to the amplified version. But I do have the amplified version right down below to explain how you do perform each one of those tasks. So just in a nutshell, you control. You're gonna go into your control accesses and check to make sure they're functioning properly. You're going to go to your graphics. Now I have a separate video on some of these things here, like the graphics, peripherals, etc. Then you go hardware, frame, mounts. This is just physical stuff there. You're making sure that the nuts and bolts are still tight. And then you have your recycle bin. You can empty your recycle bin. So let's go ahead and get started with the amplified version, amplified checklist. So testing in Windows. So what you do is, so Windows, all of what you have plugged in, it has to first be recognized by Windows before it can pass anything on to your flight sim. In my case, I have X-Plane. The same thing holds true with Microsoft Flight Simulator or any flight sim. There may be some different ways of getting to, once you get into your simulator, it differs, and you'll want to consult with your documentation that came with whatever flight simulator you're using. But in this case here, let's go ahead and do the first thing here, test in Windows. So there's a couple of ways to get there, but this is the easy way. You hold down the Windows key and then you press the R. So hold down the window and pressing. Let me get this out of here. Didn't want to go there, not yet. I want to get this out of your way first. And then I'm holding down the window and R. Okay, so the joy you want to type in if it doesn't pop up automatically. I'm in and out of there a lot and configuring things, adding, so that's that joy.cpl is already there, and I'm going to just hit OK. Okay, so that takes me to the game controllers. So again, everything you have connected to your flight sim, it should show up here. So this is where we are here. We're in that win.r and CPL, joy.cpl. And then you want to select your controller. I'm going to do the joystick. So that's the A3 Airbus 320 joystick. And then you go properties. And properties is there. Now I chose this one because I actually have a little issue there, and it's showing it's manifesting itself. I'm not touching it and it's doing so. I'm touching it now, but this is what we're talking about. So this is I have a twist handle that controls the rudder. Now I have this disabled, but for some reason it still tries to do things. Now there's some processes we'll go through. I'm not going to go through them all because they can take up a lot of our time. But I'm not going to actually perform all those steps, but I'll show you where. Yep, I'm going to show you just some of the things here. So joysticks, you're probably familiar with them already. They twist, and I'm not going to do anything with those yet. So we got here axis, and then you're testing the sim as well. So one of the previous, your daily is one of the 7-day. You actually go in and you check out things more closely. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here, and now the next step here, testing the sim. So let's go ahead and launch the flight sim. Launching and explain. All right, so we have the flight sim launched. It came up pretty fast. So I want to go to controls and sensitivity. Now it may differ. This is explain 12, and I know some of the research I've done didn't match what I came up with in the flight sim. So let's go ahead and go here. So in flight sim, let's go to settings, and then joystick. Then I'm going to go down to control sensitivity. And this is where if you have those problems, so technically I could make some adjustments here, full linear, no fine grain, control, blah blah blah. You can make adjustments here, but I chose not to. That issue I'm having with the rudder thing is not, I may be able to solve it here, but I'm not gonna have that joystick long. I'm gonna my rudders are working. Every now and then I have an issue when I'm applying rudder on the ground, just turning on the ground. In the air, I'm not noticing it as much. I'm not noticing it at all, as a matter of fact. But it's when I'm on the ground. Every now and then I have issues, and I think what it is that it's that twist feature for the rudder pedals from the yoke. I believe that's causing some interference with the actual rudder pedal. So in flight sims, you have a lot of things happening, and I don't consider that as a high. I'm not putting it on a top of the priority list, because for the most part my rudders work, and I'm a firm believer in, if it ain't, well, in this case it's broke a little bit, but not too bad, and I know I can keep toying with it and it'll fix itself. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here, and we're going to keep moving forward. So the next thing we went to here, we did the sensitivity. We're getting out of that now. I don't think we need this anymore. We're just going to go done. Put this back where you can see it now. Yeah, that's supposed to fix the jitter. So this dead zone and here, I went ahead and included it because I'm sure like in another version of this that would apply. I just didn't want to load up my X-Plane 11 to see if that's the case. I noticed there's some things in X-Plane 11 that are slightly different. They're close enough to where you can find them. That's how I was able to find. Where it was in 12. It's not exactly here, but I purposely left those because apparently this is the most popular way of figuring it out. So we're now going down to graphics card. Graphics updates. So in a nutshell, you want to go. I don't want to go through and start making changes. I'm exiting out of Flight Sim here. Here we go. Okay, so basically the graphics card, whatever graphics cards you have, if you have NVIDIA, you go to NVIDIA or GeForce and you look for updates. And a lot of those, they have it where you can enter the serial number of your graphics card or any device there that you bought from them. And then it'll tell you what you have. But if not, you just manually, would just enter whatever the specs are for your card, and then you go through and it'll give you a list of drivers and updates for that device. In this case, video card or GPU. So now going to go through that process, just letting you know about it. Then your peripherals. So that's the device, more of what we discussed. So any of those, Thrustmaster, Logitech. I'm going back to that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because if something is working and you update it, there's a small chance that it might not work anymore. So one of the first things I do, though, if I'm having problems with something, is I do go and look for an update, a firmware update for that device. So what we're doing now here, where we are, peripherals, manufacturers, we talked about that, and Windows updates. Windows updates, you're pretty safe doing those, and you kind of want to do the Windows updates. That's how you stay secure. So let's gonna kind of tell you how to get there. It's real easy. The latest Windows make it super easy for you. They tell you where to go, because you just go step by step here. So for Windows, you just go to settings and updates. So or you can, with the new Windows there, I'm just gonna type update, check for updates. So you saw I started typing updates and it came up with updates, check for updates. So that's what I'm gonna I don't want to do updates that can take some time if it's a new one there. The last I checked, I was current and up to date, but that can change. You can have an update to an update to an update when you're dealing with Windows or any of the apps. It's possible, but that's the best way to keep everything current and secure. It's do those updates. That's important. All right, so now you want to, one of the things here, I don't want to jump around there, but when I check for updates, I also like to check for, I'm gonna go in order. It's easy for me to get off track. So we did this, we did checking for updates. We went over that. Then perform a hardware inspection. So hardware inspection, you visually check. If you have I've seen some really nice some of the subscribers and non-subscribers to my channel. I'm really impressed with the cockpit builds you have, and you got a full build, full cabin. I mean, I've seen some 737 simulations that'll make Southwest Airlines jealous. So I don't have that. Here you see pictures, many pictures of my sim, but my panel. I don't know if you hear that. Well, I don't want to shake things up too much. You want to make sure that the screws are light. Screws get loose. You know, especially if you have a simulator, you're sitting down on it, you're getting up, you're sitting down, getting up, you're adding weight, you're taking weight away, you're moving around in the seat there, and especially if you have like a motion simulator, you know, things are moving. That motion simulator, oh, that's on my bucket list to get, but I don't have one yet. But when I do, I know it's important to check, and I'm sure the manufacturers will have that listed as well. Check those nuts and bolts. You don't want that thing falling apart while you're pulling G's on your simulator. But for regular people like me, well, sort of kind of, I have a lot of screws that I modified my instrument panel, and I've drill holes. I did some cutting. I patched some. I kind of modified the height of the sim, and I have screws holding those together, and I drill holes to put my switches and knobs in. So screws, nuts are holding, and bolts are holding those in. So nuts are holding the switches in, and you have to go through and periodically inspect those. Then you have your anything. If you have your rudder pedals, mine are just Velcro to the floor, my rudder pedals. But I've seen some setups, and where you could bolt your rudder pedals to the floor at an angle to make it a little bit more realistic, like in an airplane. So you have your whatever covered nuts and bolts, joystick, same thing. I have my joystick mounted. It ain't going nowhere, so I'll notice if it's moving too much. Actually, it's a little loose. There's some screws that's a little loose, but I'm getting ready to make a change, so that hasn't been at the top of my list of things to do. So what you do while I'm on that subject of prolonging things or planning things out, make a note as you're going through the checklist, even if you don't have time to do it right away, to make the repair right away. Make a note of it. It's like if if you have some pilots out there, you know how that goes. You write up a discrepancy, and they go you go to the mechanic. You may be a mechanic, and they kind of sit on the gripe board. Some are downing discrepancies, some are not. So treat your flight simulator the same. Prolong it, but don't forget about it. I'm not even going to get into my wire management there. That's something that's been on the back burner a while, and I should actually do that. And I got things, kind of ideas in my head. I just don't want to commit to it right now. I know I'm not practicing what I preach, right? But I haven't forgotten about them. So I guess that is, in a way, practicing what I'm preaching. That's just such a tedious job. And I'm also in the process of rewiring my switches, so I don't want to put a lot of time into doing cable management, only to switch from one to another. I'm actually switching out some switches to some that's more appropriate and more realistic to what you see in an airplane. So if I do cable management right now, I'm going to need to do it again. So moving right along, cables, speaking of, it took us right into this here. I believe every inspection from the daily to the 7-day and now the 14-day, they all include cables. checking those USB and power cables, making sure they're not loose or worn, and make sure they don't have any kind of damage or anything, and that they're firmly plugged in. And I say that, I went over it again. I have a video where I really kind of overemphasize, or you can't overemphasize how important they are. Everything you have plugged into your simulator is plugged in by USB. So you want to make sure those USBs are firmly connected. Now the last but not least here, I'm performing a system cleanup. So recycle bin. I kind of leave the recycle bin alone because I have plenty of space. Because if you delete something that you need, you can't recover it again. But the way that you do it is to right click on the recycle bin and just select empty recycle bin. I don't want to do that because I don't want to empty my bin, but that is common practice. If my hard drive is full, I have like a terabyte, and that's plenty. I've seen some recommendations for building sims having like multiple terabytes of space. But with my X-Plane, it comes with numerous airplanes. I've added a diamond aircraft. Even if I added lots of scenery, I can't think of a good reason to. I'm happy with the scenery I get from Laminar Technologies, and so I don't have to add. I suppose if you add like some real details, get into adding real detailed scenery to all of your favorite airports, and yeah, you can run into some problems there in all the regions that you fly in. To just adding some additional scenery, that can add up, and I have run out of space doing that and ran into some problems. So I don't I don't, going back to the temp space, I don't mess with my temp files. I have seen people break computers by emptying, deleting what they think is their temp files and not need it. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it is broke and you want to fix it, you want to empty them, then shows you here you have a recycle bin. Right click and select empty recycle bin, and just follow the prompts. So that's gonna be your recycle bin. Then your temp files are actually gonna be different. So did we go there already? I thought we did. I thought that we did. So temp files. I'm gonna go back again. I thought that we went there already. Yeah, I may have jumped on that earlier. I'm pretty sure that I covered that earlier. I apologize if I didn't. Delete temp files. Yeah, this is where I said I didn't want to actually click on this either. The temp files. Recycle bin. You can delete something that you want to recover later. The temp files, you can inadvertently delete something that you think is a temporary file and you actually need it. So if you do that, and it is recommended, and it's good practice, but working in the IT field, I have come across a lot of people who's tried to help out the IT department by deleting their temp files, and they end up breaking something. They end up creating a blue screen of death. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alright, so just to recap on what we've done so far in this video, we covered all the details of control axis and testing out your control axis and making repairs, graphics, peripherals, and Windows, and hardware frame mounts. Just basically taking care of the hardware, locking it down, tighten it down, and the cables and so forth, and managing your recycle and the temp files, recycle bin and temp files. So if you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, or give a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, you want to add something to it, and go ahead and leave comments. And if you want to be notified of any future videos from Pilot Savvy channel, go ahead and subscribe. My name is Chris. Thank you for tuning in. Bye now.